I'm Sergeant Ratcliffe from the Royal Tank Regiment, and today I'm going to show you around the Challenger 2 main battle tank. This particular tank then is our Street Fighter project, where we've taken ideas from the guys, put them onto a vehicle to make us better in the urban environment. So the first thing you'll notice is the 120mm main armament, which gives us ranges about 5k. We've also got a machine gun mounted to the side of that. On the front of the vehicle then you'll notice this big bulldozer, which means we can push any obstacles out of the way. Any barbed wire, any burnt out cars, not a problem to us, we can get rid of them. The Chobham armour on the Challenger 2 then, it's a secret, I can't tell you what's in it. However, I can tell you that it's the best protected tank in the world. It's a tracked vehicle, which means we can go anywhere. Across country, it's not a problem for us. We can get around about 40 miles an hour. The engine itself then, massive engine. It's got a fuel capacity of around 1,700 litres, okay, a bit more than your average car. Okay, coming around to the back of the tank then, we've got a rack here, which means we can put tools on for our infantry brothers, so they don't have to have that burden, they don't have to carry it. We've also got towing equipment, which means we can tow ourselves out of trouble if needs be. Around the side then, we've got steps to allow us to get onto the back decks if the infantry need to talk to the commander at any point. We've also got ladders along the side so that the guys, again, don't have to carry it and they can get up into those high buildings if necessary. On the top, we've also got a mock-up of a brimstone missile. This is something that we're playing with just to sort of understand our capabilities going forward into the future. As I said then, the Challenger 2 is a massive piece of equipment, okay, weighs around about 70 tonnes. That's about 40 times your average car, so it's a little bit bigger than your general Fiat 500 or Vauxhall Corsa.
I'm Trooper Kimmel of the Royal Tank Regiment, and this is my vehicle. Challenger 2, Street Fighter 2. Best seat in the house for me is the driver's side. It's cramped. Once you get in, you've got more space than anyone in the cab. On a normal exercise, you're going full pelt wherever you want to go. Right? You've got 70 odd tonnes at the back of you. Nothing's stopping you, even when you go downhill. Brilliant. So from that, when you are stopped off, you're looking after the maintenance. So you're going from tracks, wheels, the two engines in the back, making sure everything's all right in the back there, your cools. Once all that's done, you know one of the boys has already made you a brew. It's the only vehicle I know that you can lie down and drive as well. So what makes it better than that? Nothing for me. Parking's not an issue. You've got the big blade in the front, knock everything out the way, away you go. So being a driver, not only just the best seat, but it's also the best job in my opinion.
Hi everyone, I'm Trooper Treacy and I am the gunner of the Challenger 2 main battle tank. So my job is to find and kill the enemy. So me and the commander have a hunter-killer mode, so pretty much while I'm engaging one enemy, the commander is capable of searching for other enemies. So the first time I fired the main armament on Castle Martin Ranges, it was phenomenal. The blast from it pretty much just almost took me off my feet, despite the fact I was still in the chair. It was nothing I've ever done before, and I'm only 23 years old. And I've talked to my other friends who've, well, around the same age as me, and they've all got kind of cool jobs themselves, but then when I tell them about my job, they're just all absolutely starstruck. Like, they always ask me about my job, they're always asking like, how is it, what have I done recently, on top of that, on top of other stuff. But then obviously you go to other countries, you have tons of other experiences. So when we went to Canada, that was a phenomenal experience. Oman, another phenomenal experience. So in my opinion, I think the gunner of the Challenger 2 is probably one of the best roles, because I'm the one who's protecting the tank. I'm the one who's protecting basically my family, my crew in this situation, and I love it.
Hi, I'm Lance Knight from the Royal Tank Regiment, and I'm an operator on the Challenger 2 tank. My main job is the loader, so I'll be loading up rounds into the main gun. So this round here is for defeating tanks. This round here is high explosive rounds, so that's for defeating soft skin vehicles, and then this round here is for smoke. The smoke we would use for, we'd fire that to give the infantry cover or ourselves a bit of cover. So within the tank regiment, known as the mother of the tank, it's just an ongoing joke between the crews, mainly because we keep the crew happy, hydrated and fed. We keep the brews rolling. If you haven't got a happy crew, then you're in a world of pain. Been in the tank regiment now for about 7 years, done various exercises, various ranges, and the operator's seat is definitely the best seat in the tank, doesn't what anyone tells you.
So you've met the rest of the crew and I'm the vehicle commander. So it's my responsibility to bring all those functions together. So I ensure that the driver is going in the right direction, the gunner is picking out the targets correctly, and the loader is loading the correct ammunition. I became a commander when I was 26 years old as a corporal, and that's quite a lot of responsibility on your shoulders at quite a young age. One of the biggest things that I do is on ranges, or if we were to go warfighting, is to pick out targets on the battlefield for the gunner to engage. And what we use is a system called the hunter-killer system. Using this sight here, this is my sight, I can scan the battlefield and look for targets. At the same time, the gunner can be engaging those separate targets. Once he's finished with that, I can then press by the flick of a switch, bring him onto another target, and we can engage that. It's an awesome bit of kit, and it means that we can consistently engage targets without minimal time in between them. So I've commanded tanks across the world. I've gone to Canada and commanded on a massive prairie there. It's a lot of responsibility, and that was my first job as a commander after passing the course. So I've also commanded at Castle Martin, which is in Wales. Unleashing the Challenger 2 on ranges is one of the best parts of the job. You get to put all your training into practice, and you're firing at targets up to 3,000 metres away, and successfully hitting those targets, it gives you a massive sense of achievement. I've also commanded on Salisbury Plain. We go out multiple times a year where we'll practice our tactics, we'll practice doing things like attacks, bridge crossings, all sorts of things to make sure that we're competent and we're good to go if the need arises. Check MRS. MRS in. Just check. Hesh, APC. On.